Doing a follow-up on a story that from a couple of days ago, there was a pair of legendary rockers who came out and said some exceptionally based stuff about the trans movement. It wasn't even all that inflammatory, really, of the two comments, and probably the lighter of the two. It was more than likely Carlos Santana. He really didn't have that much negative stuff to say. He just had opinions about men being men, women being women. Maybe the most inflammatory thing was the timing of his diatribe, but outside of that, I was like, I don't really think that anybody seemed that upset by it. Didn't really see a lot of pushback, but when we talked about it at the time, there were some Reddit comments that were somehow taking offense to it, which, of course, it's Reddit and a day that ends in Y, but unfortunately, well, Carlos ended up walking it back a little bit. Yep, Santana ended up getting the call, and he apologized for anti-trans comments. I've seen this develop. Well, okay, the day after everything, the other shoe dropped. It's like, oh, okay, there's a stupid statement, the black text on the white background says, oh, apologize for everything. And then that got deleted. And it's like, oh, interesting. Oh, he's going to go ahead and he's going to continue to march straight forward on this. Pretty fantastic. But, and then I seen in a couple of days here afterwards, yeah, he just had to personalize his comments. He got the call but he apologizes for his anti-trans comments. It takes courage to grow and glow. I don't really know, man. Okay, so Carlos Santana is apologizing to the trans and gay communities after a video recently surfaced of hurtful comments he made during a concert back in July. That's how long ago this was? Oh my god. Like, I was trying to give this the benefit of the doubt that it was, somewhat recent and then it just came out, but given some timing, then I also did a little bit of extracurricular research, and I know exactly why he's walking stuff back. And the second half of this video, the subject in which there isn't walking his comments back. Earlier this month, a video posted to YouTube showed Santana 76 during a stop on his 1001 Rainbows tour at the Hard Rock Live in the LEFTIST Arena in Atlantic City, New Jersey. In the clip, the supernatural artist says, "When God made you and me before we came out of the womb, you know who you are and what you are. Later on, you grow out of it, you see some things, you start believing that you could be something that sounds good. But when you know it ain't right, because a woman is a woman, a man is a man, that's it. Whatever you want to do with your do in the closet, that's your business. I'm okay with that." And yeah, again, that was the extent of his comments. And then, he just went and shredded his next hit and carried on with the concert. I don't even know. I haven't watched a video or anything like that. Like, what was the way that the crowd responded? I wouldn't imagine that he was in, a rainbow coiffed single lady audience. I don't really think that that's your general Santana demographic. I'm just kind of thinking it's people in on and around the same age. Like, I'm definitely I'm not exactly his target demographic. Like, this dude performed at Woodstock, for Christ's sakes, the whole live and let live hippie crap. So yeah, man, it's just still that same laissez-faire attitude towards everything. Whatever you want to do in public, that's fine, man, but don't make it your defining characteristic. And then, well, of course, like I said, Reddit ended up taking offense to that. So a few days later, I don't want to read the clips. I want to go to the apology itself. Well, okay, I'm sorry for my insensitive comments. They don't reflect that I want to honor and respect all persons' ideals and beliefs. I realize that what I said hurt people, and that was not my intent. I sincerely apologize to the transgender community and everyone I've offended. Here's my personal goal that I strive to achieve every day. I want to honor and respect all persons' ideals and beliefs, and they were not gay or not. This planet is free, and we have all been given this gift. I will now pursue the goal of happy and fun, and everyone to believe what they want to follow with their hearts without fear. If I want to take courage to grow and glow in the light, and be true, genuine, and authentic, we grow and learn to shine our light and love accomplishments. Have a glorious existence. Peace. Carlos Santana. You're not going to find too much peace right there. I would like to see what the thumbs down on that is, because, well, guess what? it's never ever enough for those freaks. That's why you never apologize. And you know what? I seen that, and then I heard that, yeah, it was deleted. I was back on his side for a second, but for the fact that that is up there right now, that you can go and check his fan page on Facebook, and it's right there. Okay, so there's no walking this one back. He capitulated to the mob, and that's ultimately what you get. But I do understand why he put that out there, or his publicist put it out there, and then he just reposted it, or whoever runs that fan account. Okay, so you know what? I understand, because you take a look at this. There's a documentary for Santana coming out. It's being promoted by Rolling Stone. Yeah, okay. He got the call, so he kind of had to. And it's coming out very, very shortly. And yeah, it just seems a little bit, just a little bit too perfect that they decide to take one candid performance from back in July, repurpose it towards the end of August, and now he needs to walk it back right on the doorstep of him also releasing a limited run in theaters, a documentary. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting, but now he's just kind of alienated the people, probably like Santana's music. Okay, remember him back in his heyday or in his renaissance in the early 2000s, would have been inclined to go do that, and would, hell, even agree with his actual opinions on this stuff, because that's just the publicity companies. Okay, that's their forward-facing nonsense. So he went and he alienated those guys, even though he decided to take a stand on something. Then he walked it back, and guess what? He's not going to go ahead and make up for that lost revenue with the other people that his company thinks that, oh, they'll just go ahead and shine a good light on that stuff. It's not going to end up happening. They are never the paying customer. They aren't the public that goes and supports you at your concerts, theoretically, at your documentary. They don't care about you at all. You're just another name that they can put on the list that have bowed to the mob. Oh man, whatever. But yeah, hopefully it's a success. Why is that so difficult to say? I don't quite understand. Because I understand why you posted that apology. I don't support that at all. Speak your mind and stay 10 toes down, just like Alice Cooper did. And Alice Cooper also had some very tepid statements on this stuff. He went a little bit further in saying that the hypersexualization of certain targeted demographics is leading to the transgenderism movement, at least as we know it in today's day and age, is more of a fad than anything else, because the numbers don't really correlate. This isn't like a natural influx of transgender people. It just doesn't make sense at all. It's just almost like somebody feels special because they know that the rest of their life is just absolutely 100% and not at all remarkable, so they can just go ahead and adopt something easily in order to fit in with a new group. It's very simple by the numbers thinking. Alice Cooper, he decided to posit, I believe the outlet was Stereo Gum. Again, another one of these niche little interviews, just like a one-off performance. They decided to get a clip of one person, then go out there and put it on Front Street, and then it just resulted in a long-term sponsor cutting ties, because attracting 0.1% of the population and the sycophantic allies that are out there that care more about their image than the well-being of actual trans people. Because they don't have jobs and they aren't productive members of society, they have nothing better to do than to try to ruin people's lives. And what's the first thing that they do? They always go after the money. All of these champagne socialists or wannabe advocates for the working class always seem to attack people's streams of income. It's a little strange, don't you think? Alice Cooper dropped by Vampyre Cosmetics, who market goth-themed makeup. There is nobody on earth is a better spokesperson for goth-themed makeup. Like, the guy has been doing it for 50 years, for God's sakes. Nobody would be a better representative for your brand. Like, okay, yeah, he's been doing it since when was the first album that came out? I know definitely for sure, like early 70s, maybe even earlier than that. And yeah, he's had a consistent career. Like, he hasn't really fallen off or anything like that. He's just continued to go through trend after trend, fad after fad, and it's always been Alice Cooper. He's been popular for as long as I can remember people are popular. But because he had an accurate assessment of the world, well, of course, you can't make money anymore. That's becoming illegal. Alice Cooper has been dropped by a cosmetic company a day after he made comments opposing gender-affirming care for children. I hate that terminology. It's butchering. You are butchering children before before they have the developed mind in order to make informed decisions. So let's just call it what it is. The rock star, known for his trademark black eyeliner, claimed transgender surgeries were a fad and found out that it was wrong, and that kids were being confused. Oh yeah, and he found it wrong that kids were being confused. And again, that's exactly what it seems like is going on. He was let go by Vampyre Cosmetics on Thursday following his remarks just 2 weeks after he signed a partnership agreement with the company. Well, Vampyre Cosmetics, you need Alice Cooper more than he needs you. The brand, which markets goth-themed makeup, lipstick, and palettes, signed a deal with him to sell a collection of Cooper-style mascara, guitars, and amps shaped with makeup palettes and microphone-style lipsticks. Yeah, again, who are you just going to go and do a quick pivot to? Marilyn Manson? Oh, I don't quite think so. It doesn't quite work as well with a tank top, but, you know, close enough. Vampyre Cosmetics issued a statement that said it would no longer be collaborating with Cooper in light of recent statements. You can't even post the full context. You can't even link out to the interview because realistically, most people agree with the king of shock rock. Like, just shut the fuck up. In light of recent statements by Alice Cooper, you couldn't even get his real name. And to be fair, I'm a big fan and all that stuff. I don't quite remember his real name. We will no longer, I don't know why longer is capitalized, but okay, it is a proper noun, be doing a makeup collaboration. We stand with all the members of the big gay alphabet mafia community and believe everyone should have access to healthcare. See the way that they conflate language? That's why whenever you see an objectionable description of something that you know isn't true, don't use their words. And if you get caught up in a situation, just do a quick paraphrase. Just clarify those statements because it's not healthcare. Okay, it's a vanity project by a bunch of single mothers whose purse puppies just died, ended up with a kid after the father just decided, that bitch crazy, I'm getting the hell out of here. Or they're just single mothers by choice, which means insufferable bitch by a much more palatable term. And then because a trans kid is the nice new fad right there, you can go ahead and get all of those virtue signaling points without having to ruin your own life. See, guys, it's really simple. Once you see it, it's incredibly tough not to see it everywhere. All pre-order sales will be refunded. Well, all of your sales are going to be refunded in Vampyre Cosmetics. I look forward to you going out of business very soon. Cooper, famous for his hits, School's Out. I prefer basically everything on Trash, okay? This Maniac's in Love with You, Spark in the Dark, I'm Your Gun, Bed of Nails, Poison. Okay, everything off of Trash is fantastic. The Hey Stupid, that was a little, nod in the previous thumbnail as well, okay, from Feed My Frankenstein. I love 80s Alice is like quintessential Alice. I know everybody likes the old stuff, like the 70s stuff as well. The School's Out, $1 Billion Babies. I am kind of partial to Hello Hooray, but I could talk about, Alice Cooper for many, many hours, but we eventually have to get to the end of this video. Shared his views in an interview with music website Stereocom on Wednesday. Yeah, let's get the full context of this, just to see how inflammatory and evil and wrong it is. You hurt so many people. Words hurt, guys. Words hurt. I'm understanding that there are cases of transgender. Oh, see, he just says, shit happens, right? Just not at the levels that we're seeing right now. But I'm afraid that it's also a fad, he said. I'm afraid that a lot of these people claiming to be this just because they want to be that, okay? I find it wrong when you've got a 6-year-old kid that has no idea. He just wants to play, and you're confusing him, telling him, yeah, you're a boy, but you could be a girl if you want to be. Alice Cooper, 75. Yeah, see, this is the age where you just start to go, and it's like, wow, okay, my generation was a little bit radical. And then my kids' generation was radical. But now they're doing today's kids, I don't even recognize that stuff. Claiming it was confusing to kids and teenagers as described the issue as absurd. 1000%. And remember, guys, he was the guy. He was going to end up taking down society. And here we are in 2023. We're relying on the guy who was going to be rotting the youth. Hell, he was corrupting the youth. The guy who was singing about Generation Landslide in the 70s. Well, I guess maybe these opinions on gender norms, gender reality, if we're going to be fair, maybe we should have been tipped off to that in on and around the same time. Because you remember, one of his hit songs, Only Women Bleed. It wasn't only birthing people plead. But I guess maybe if he gets the call, that'll be the collaboration with Santana. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.